Hey, welcome back to another video. So this week's big week. We have championship starting. So today's Saturday, we have championship tomorrow. So I thought today would be a good idea just to kind of go through like what I'm eating and how I'm preparing for the game. So I'm going to take you through the rest of the day. I'm doing a bit of work here now down at the gym, and I'm going to chill out the rest of the day. I've got some uni work to do, so I'm going to take you through the eating and hopefully you'll get some tips from it. I'm here now. I'm going to start a wee bit of work for university, but I wanted to chat about first just about like eating and match day. And I know that like match day eating can be kind of a confusing thing because there's so much information out there that again, like most things, it confuses you, especially like with regards carb loading and kind of my approach to it and my approach to this game tomorrow. I'm still like at the minute I'm trying to lose some body fat, so my eating between Monday and Friday I'm keeping my calories a bit lower because I'm in that deficit. But I don't want to be eating, too low calories in the lead up to the game. But I find that if you focus on the 36 hours before a game, that's when you really kind of want to maximize your eating. And in the past, the way I've done it is just by trying to eat a lot of food, so get lots of carbs, get lots of calories, and then therefore you're going to have lots of energy for the game. And like for a lot of people that might work, but for me, what I ended up finding was I just became like really sluggish in the games because I was eating too much. You're trying to focus on getting as many carbs in and carb loading as much as you can that you came to the game probably a bit heavier than what you wanted and just too much food in you. So for this game tomorrow, my plan is pretty simple. I'm doing my normal kind of eating that I would do Monday right through to kind of Friday. We're now on Saturday now, so I'm eating just like normally as I would, my usual breakfast, my usual lunch on Saturday morning, which is now 36 hours before the game. So say tonight, around kind of 6 o'clock or whatever, I'm going to start just slightly alternate, and all I'm going to do is just eat the foods I would usually eat my usual dinners, but I'm just going to add in a wee bit more carbohydrates into it. So I might procrastinate a bit in the uni work. Some Valley are playing Black down at our pitch, so I'm going to go down and watch that.
Good score!
Limavady ended up winning it, kind of behind the whole game, and then brought it back at the end. But good game, good to see a championship back again as well. Okay, so this is 10 o'clock on game day. This is the first meal. I slept in a bit later today because I wanted to make sure I was getting like a full 8 hours of sleep, which I think is very important, but sometimes we forget about that. So for breakfast, I'm eating just my usual breakfast. Go on some porridge with some fruit in it. That's bananas. They look kind of disgusting, but they're nice once they're mixed up. And then some eggs. So this will be the biggest meal I have today, and like our game's at 4 o'clock, so we've got like 6 hours or something now till. I'll probably maybe only eat one more time, maybe around 12 or 1 o'clock, and it'll be a lighter meal. I find, and I've tested out with training, that I prefer to go in, not eating too soon before the game, because it always leaves my stomach full up. So I'm probably going to eat a good bit beforehand and then just let it all kind of digest through me. Things like eggs are a great, like we know they're great food just in general, but things that are high in fats and proteins like eggs can be quite hard to digest, in the system. Like they take a wee bit longer sometimes. So if you're having eggs or you're having things that are real high in protein or fat, you might want to have them a bit earlier in the day rather than right before the game, because they might not just get into your system the way you want them to. So yeah. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock now. This is probably the last kind of big meal I'm going to eat now. Well, it's not even a big meal. This is probably the last thing I'm going to eat before the game now. And I've just got some Greek yogurt in there with like a wee bit of fruit, some pineapple in it. Like things like yogurt are going to get into your system a bit quicker because there's not as much breaking down involved in it. If you have a big meal to digest, it's going to be harder for your system. This is kind of liquid, so it's going to go in a wee bit quicker. I'm going to take this here now, and then probably maybe like an hour or like an hour and a half before game, have like the wee energy gels. I might take one of them again. It's liquid, gets into your system a wee bit easier, and I've been like taking them before training sessions, so I kind of know that they agree with me a wee bit more. So again, keeping it simple, not trying to overeat or eat too many carbs or anything too close to the game. Yeah. Not bad. Alright. Touch you this round now. Right, get it nice and tight. Good, right, grab her tight.
Right.
Jesus, man. Tight. Right. Keep going. Okay, now stop whenever you get to the top. I'm gonna do this one now.
Hand.
I was up there with probably one of the worst Sundays I've had in recent memory. First of all, didn't get started, which was fucking annoying. Our team's going well at the minute, it's very competitive to get on, and didn't get a place, which was, was fucking annoying in the first place. And then in the warm-up, we were doing like a wee warm-up game and went to run out and like landed on my knee, and like my whole knee like buckled under it, but like it didn't feel like it twisted or anything. It just like fucking buckled or something, and I went down, got back up, and I was able to move about in it and was able to run again, and like I wasn't sure if I just jarred it or something. Like it felt like the top of the leg and the bottom of the leg just slammed in against each other. It's like I didn't really know what the fuck was up with it, and I was able to run about and felt okay. And then like I went to kick a shot later on in the warm-up and kind of buckled again on me. It's like, fuck, this isn't right. So went out the end to do the half-time show, and I was like, I need to test this, because if I come on, I need to see if I can actually fucking run. So I went to like sprint and put weight on it, and as soon as I put weight on it, it just completely like buckled under me. Literally another person within 20 meters near me completely like crumbled underneath me, and like I fell down, and then it was really painful for about 30 seconds. And then physio came over and kind of started moving around, and it felt a lot better then. Well, when I say it felt better, it wasn't sore, and I was able to kind of walk back to the dugout. But like I knew at that point something was fucked. But it was fucking, well, it was wild. The whole knee just felt like it just crumbled underneath. Kind of makes me sick to think about it. So my brother is a physio and was down at the game, so he came and looked at it, and he was testing it out to see if it was the ACL. And I think one of the things with ACL is like the movement that you have in it. Like the physio can tell, and this side was moving more than the other side, which maybe indicates that there's some sort of damage done to the ACL. But like late yesterday, I was still able to kind of relatively move it and do quite a bit on it. So he's like not definitively sure that it was ACL, but he's kind of on the fence. He didn't really know. Like, so I'm going to have to get a scan this week to see. I'm kind of holding out hope that it's going to be like a minor tear and not a full rupture, or else it's something else. But if it's a full rupture, it's really fucked. Even if it's a minor one, that's probably football finish for this year. But I'm trying to hold out hope that it's something a wee bit less. But it feels pretty terrible here today, and I'm down. I'm still trying to work, because I don't want to just lie in bed and feel sorry for myself. So I'm down still working the gym, but pretty fucking terrible. Did not think this was going to happen whenever I started that video. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of ACL fucking shit up on the page over the next week. So it's now Tuesday. I got the results. I got a scan yesterday, like last minute, and full ACL rupture, grade 3 ACL rupture, tear of the deep fibres of the MCL, and damage to the posterior as well, which is pretty fucking shite. It's annoying, because like I was walking about yesterday and I wasn't in pain, and I thought I'd strength wise, I thought I'd perform well enough in a test on the physio, so I gave myself a bit of hope that it was going to be something minor. And then this morning I woke up and I had far less pain, and I'd been walking about the gym, and I fucking walked up the hill to see the physio to get the results, thinking I was a lot better, and turns out it was literally the fucking worst thing I could have got. So I don't know if my quads or her knee is strong enough to not make me feel as sore today I thought it would be sore full ACL, but it's a bit heartbreaking because I got my hopes up. So I've got the kind of recovery and rehab process now to do. I need to get sorted who's doing the surgery and get started with rehab and prehab and all too. Unfortunately, I'm in a fucking gym, so I have the ability to do this and dedicate to it, every day. But it's just kind of heartbreaking. Also because like I was approaching this year championship approach it. My thought was approach it like this could be your last year playing for Fallonville because you don't know what fucking happens in life. I don't know what I'm going to do after I get my masters. I don't know where I'm going to be in a year's time. I could still be here, I might not be here. And I was approaching it like this could be maybe the last time I play for Fallonville. I didn't even get to play. So it's a bit fucking heartbreaking. So yeah. So sorry if I completely depressed you, but such is life. In the words of a famous scholar, there's always going to be another mountain. There's always going to be another planet. Always going to be another mountain. You're always going to want to make it move. Always going to be an uphill battle. And sometimes you're going to lose, which I fucking lost. But here, that is what it is. Good luck.